Hey guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War improvement video. We're on Just Gray's account and I'll be improving his RTA. I'm sorry if it looks like I'm a little down. I just watched the Korean versus South Africa's game for the World Cup and we played horribly. No doubt about that. South Africa did so much better. People argue and blame the coach, the manager, which I fairly agree on. Yeah, it was abysmal. So I don't feel that great. Because in theory, what people were saying that we should be winning, obviously that didn't happen. And it didn't look great the past two games as well, frankly. Just Gray is a Europe server account who wants improvement in regular arena. He said that he wants other improvements as well later on, but we'll see if that's going to come to light. Let's check out his current record and see if he's doing well. It looks like his defense is getting hit a lot and not performing. He has a couple of LD5s and there's an AO that he didn't want me to touch, so I'm going to make sure to not touch that. His best regular arena record was P1. His world arena record was P1 as well. It looks like he got P2 for Special League, so that is pleasing. And then a G1 guild it looks like at most. And he's doing pretty well with the challenge too, 11 wins. He has decent dungeon times outside of, well, Dragons is questionable. 57, that's a little slow. Looks like he doesn't have the fastest artifact dungeons as well. He has good R5 teams. And then 4-dimensional dungeon, yeah, Dreaming Fairy, Silent Death, and the Raging Fire looks horribly slow. That's questionable, but maybe he's just not focusing on that. I know that he's a Giants farmer. He told me that he only farms Giants, and I have seen some decent Swift runes. I was kind of appalled when he said, oh, I only farm Giants and I still only have a plus 230 Swift set. Like, we don't know what the base speed unit is, but still 230, that's pretty good. If I put my fastest Swift broken set on my Shihao, I think I get a plus 230 set, maybe a little higher, or barely higher. Maybe it could be slower, I'm not too sure, but yeah, 230 is decently fast. So I initially thought that his standard was a little too high, but that wasn't the case. His Swift runes are nice, but his Vio runes were really slow. So I think we're gonna have a problem there, especially when making his defense. I think we're gonna see some flaws there, but I'm gonna go a slow defense. So hope that makes up for it. There should be more options for us to use, and also the problem is with his AO, because there's gonna be a second turn dot team. Usually most of them are on Vio or Despair. And I do think that is lacking a lot. His Despair runes were also, frankly, a lot weaker than his Swift runes as well. So that was unfortunate. So this is the defense that he's currently running right now. He's using the Jessica with Lamelia and a Leo. I think we'll go something similar, but I'm not going to use Jessica because I don't think that's that great. Instead, I'm going to go with the Old Wolf. Instead, I'm going to go with the Water Gandalf plus an Eleanor, because he also has an Eleanor for LD5. I think this could act as a pretty good stall. Yes, you're not going to get a whole lot of wins unless the opponent brings in a cleave, tries to fast cleave it, and fails with the defense breaks, or this glancing comes into play, which I do think is pretty important at the last 20 minutes because people don't want to risk them losing a fight the last 20-15 minutes, right? Because they are all going for that new record. Getting that one loss can be detrimental for your record. But before I set this, let's look at the builds. Maybe there are some flaws. So this is Jessica on 100 crit rate and 100 accuracy. I wouldn't do this. I'll just go as tanky as possible. It's also on broken. Lamelia is on double energy will, so that's also an issue in my eyes. Everything in your defense should be at the minimum Vio. First, for most of your units, Rage will on Pyeongchul against no Vio. That's another problem. And Leo, that is very squishy. For Leo in the defense, you never go a damage Leo unless you're pairing it up with Lucifer. So this is the reason why your defense is not working well. We're going to be changing this. Like I said, we're going to use the Old Wood and we're going to be using the Lamelia in your team. So we'll be setting this. Now for the offenses, he said don't touch this offense, so I'm not going to touch it. Let's see how it looks like. Woyong. Oh, it looks like his Kabila's going first on plus 232. See, that's fast. That's very fast. Yeah, that's decent. And then I guess Woyong has to go next. I hope the boost is enough. Swift fight. And then there's the Eleanor. Oh, I think this is not tuned. Oh, maybe it is. There's a double boost, so maybe it is tuned. I'm not too sure. But he didn't want me to touch this, so I'm not going to touch it. But because he has a fast offense, I'm going to be making two other offenses that are different. One's going to be the Pung Baek with the Debra. Thankfully, with the deck feature, we could use Pung Baek in different teams with different builds. And then the other team is going to be a second turn dot team with the Tricks and the Mu Kwang. So let's go make these teams and let's make the defense and let's win some games to put him back up into at least Punisher. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how well the offenses work, but we'll try to get into Punisher 3, maybe even G1. But because it's pretty early in the season, it's the first week, Wednesday, I am not sure if climbing early will be easy. Well, it should be easy, but I think, yeah, there's going to be a pretty big disparity from the very high level players because they're going to be already sitting at the top. And then the middle ground is where I think because there are not enough points, everybody's crammed. We'll see. I mean, it might take some refreshes, but I'm pretty sure we could get there. I'll be right back after making these changes. If you guys want account improvements like what you see in this video, please join my Discord, fill out the Google forum. I use Swap, and I'm also playing with Luckstack GG's optimizer to find the best manageable builds for your accounts, for your PvP teams or PvE teams. And if you guys want account reviews, join my Patreon. Let's get right into it.
A few moments later.
Okay, I am done reviewing the team, so let's go check out the builds. So the team looks like this. Like I said, we're going to use the Old Wood, Pyeongchul, Eleanor, and Leo. Everything is ruined in a way where they have decent defense because we do want to, in the end, block as many Pung Baek Debra teams that we have built as well. We'll test it with our team. Let's see if it could work. This is our Old Wood. Bio Will, high on defense, high on HP, 100 res obviously. Not skilled up though, so he needs to work on that. Taking less damage from wind, minus 15% crit damage, that will definitely help. Pyeongchul on Vio, destroy, 100 res again, some accuracy. Artifacts taking less damage from wind, less crit damage, own target crit damage as well. We have Eleanor, again high defense, 100 res. Vio, enhanced for more HP all around, taking less damage from wind, and also, crit damage taken. I don't think he had a good one here, so it's fine. And then finally the Leo on Vio, determination. So I've added all of these subsets that will help with the tankiness of the team. 100 res as well. Didn't care about the crit rate and such because this is just a stall defense. The goal is not for Leo to kill anything. Less damage from wind and then less crit damage. The goal for Leo is to stay alive for as long as possible. Now for the two AOs, one is this one right here, Tiana, Galleon, Debra, and also Pung Baek. Tiana on 310 speed, Swift Will, more damage on certain elements and more skill to crit damage right there. And then we have the Galleon on Bio Will. So this was the hard build. We had to give it some grinds trying to get this. And you can see that we are missing grinds a lot. He does definitely need to work on that. Taking less damage from certain elements. Debra on Triple Fight. This was a much easier build to find. It's not that tanky, I guess. These are not that important actually. If anything, I do want skill 1 accuracy because I do want to get more stuns if possible. So let's just do that. And then finally Pung Baek on Rage Blade. Decent crit damage, more own turn crit damage, and also skill 3 crit damage on this side. Then we have the dot team where the Tricks goes first on Despair Will. The Vile Will, we couldn't get the speed. Nothing over 250 something actually with the stats that we all wanted. With some tankiness, you could tell that his tankiness is extremely lacking. The artifacts are lacking as well. I wonder if I have anything better here. I want additional damage by speed and HP because we do have max accuracy because there is a accuracy set somewhere. It looks like that's the best we're going to be getting. Then we'll be taking less damage from water, because we do want to survive again for as long as possible, so we'll just take that. And then we have the Mugwang. Also, this is the tankiest on Vio Will. You can see 250 with 67% accuracy. Thankfully, it is fully skilled up. Again, the artifacts aren't that great. We have a Veramos on Vio Shield. Slow again, as tanky as possible on 100 res. And then finally the Seth on Fight, Will, and Accuracy. Just a build that gave us a lot of tankiness on 100 res. So we'll use these two offenses and see how far we could climb. I do think the defense is going to do a lot better than what he was getting, 5%. Yeah, in this level, hoping that we can get a higher win rate as well. Let's see what we could do. Perfect. Oh, actually, before we start this, let's test the defense, right? Because the whole purpose was to block Pung Baek Debras or Pung Baek plus like Zeros. I'm hoping this does well, but at the same time, I want the defense to kind of survive if possible. Let's go for Pyeongchor first. Let's see. The glancing came in. The whole reason why we used Eleanor, it worked there. I showed it to you guys, and I have experienced it multiple times in my rush. I hated it, but I don't blame if the opponent comes into it again, because it is really quick if it does work. Oh, it did kill, but we all did survive. So this is gonna be a very long stall, but I don't think the defense will win. But it is going to be a decent stall, so I think that's already a win. Let's see if there's ever a case where we could die. Let's try to go for the old wood, because maybe they want to get rid of the shields that come in and such. Let's see. Oh, we put that in. That's going to be GG, right? Stun the Pyeongchor. Nope. 91k. Damn, how much defense do you need? Oh, it's only the Pyeongchor that's living if that happens. Then I think we win, because Pyeongchor can actually never move now. Wow. Damn. How much defense do you need? Is it impossible to block a Deborah Pungback? I have met some insane defenses that really resisted a lot of the damage. Let's go to Eleanor. 70k. Everybody survived in that case. Okay. Now, I think there's a very high chance we win here then. Because the Leo is there, it allows the Pyeongchor to continue moving. If Pyeongchor gets one kill, if actually just the Pungback dies, it's kind of GG. Oh shoot, why is Tiana almost dying? Oh, there comes the procs. Oh, there it goes. That's game. So that's when we also lose. Let's try it one more time. The last time we used skill 3 is on the Leo. Let's see how many it would kill. Our Leo does have decent defense, so I guess the Gandalf is the only one that has low defense, where it's allowing everybody to die but the Pyeongchor. Or was that with the branding? Dude, why is he so squishy? 69k, everybody's gonna survive again. And he didn't use a skill, interesting. Very bad AI, but why is he so squishy? Oh no, he's not. I guess it was just the damage. But okay, I think I like it. There are certain cases it works, so... Oh, why did I refresh? There's a very good one that we were able to hit there. Damn it. We could try hitting this though. We just need a death break on either Leo or the Nyx. And I do believe it'll do enough damage to kill off the Camillas. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna leave it. I don't want to hit the Camillas. 98k, easy peasy right there. I really love this offense. It works really well. Now this is Europe, so I don't know how many defenses you'll see like this during the rush in Guardian. Ooh, we got outsped there. So this is not a good team, guys. I'm gonna put branding here. Perfect. Stun here. Perfect. Oh my goodness, it cut, but it didn't strip. 110k. Awesome. Wow. I've noticed that even if we're tuned, there are certain cases when they cut. Maybe it just means that the defense is so much quicker. Unfortunate. But it worked, guys. It worked. I do think we'll be climbing very easily out of the Punisher level. Or at least Conquer level. Because it's kind of weird to say Punisher when we're in Conquer right now. Let's just see how many of these we find. Seems like no, Tetra's the squishiest. Ooh, that was tanky. But still, everybody died. How about some... Ooh. So here we can't actually take that. Let's try taking this here. Because even if we kill, we're going to get a burst damage from that 2A unit, and then the Alexandra's damage is going to be too much. So let's just take this. We should be okay, because there's Destroy. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. I just love it. Stun. Stunned Alexandra. Nope. Let's just put dot on the Kapsuna. Okay. So we just need another heal from Mugwang. Let's just make sure we get rid of those heal blocks. I could use it now. Mugwang's pretty healthy. Yep. Easy. Love it. This is another one where you could try this. There's no death break, so it could work. I don't think they have enough damage. Let's see. If they don't have enough damage, we should be easily getting the win. Yeah, the Vanessa is also very slow. Actually, the entire team is very slow. We shouldn't crit the Camila. Perfect. Let's put another dot on the Lydia. Wait, does Vanessa move first or Lydia move first? Ooh, wait. I think Lydia's moving first, then she comes back with attack. Oh, it's fine. She comes back with attack buff. At least she dies. She's not gonna move. She's usually not on Vio. There's a lot of Lydias these days that's on Vampire, and she could kind of carry the team because the reflect damage kills most of the opponent, and then she also has a passive where she reflects damage, so hitting her will kill your team. Yeah, it's just really hard to win with the cleave in that case. I met it once and it was nasty. I had to use a different team, I believe. Nice. Okay, we're in P3 again, like I promised. Getting into Punisher was going to be easy. Now let's see if we could get into Guardian. We could either use this. No, yeah, we can't use the other one. We have to use this. Oh, can we use this? I don't think they're that fast. No, this could be a Swift. It could be a Swift Savannah, so let's go check it out. At least here, everybody's on Will. No, it's not on a Swift build. Damn. But they don't really have a whole lot of damage. Whoa. Too many resist, man. Uh-oh. Whoa. What? How did he cut? That made absolutely no sense. How the heck did he cut? We're gonna have a hard time killing that Masha. We need everybody to die multiple times. Oh, that Masha's gonna carry, man. Okay. How did we get Death Break here? Okay, Mulan has the heal. Perfect. So they lost all of... Oh, we're lucky there. So we have to use the skill 1 well. Kill. Perfect. More dots on everybody. Perfect. Nice. Okay, we won. Damn. That was very unlucky where Vanessa died so quick. Not Vanessa. Veramos died so quickly. Yeah, this is where you kind of just have to use this. Oh, wait, we can't. I'm so dumb. There's a Vero there. You can't go into these then. Yeah, look at that. That's not good. If anything, we have to get a... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, stop. Can my Vero do that too? If my Vero could do that, that'd be awesome. I guess we're not killing each other. He can't get a defense break either, so... But that slow kind of sucks. Nice. Come on, get stuns. We need a stun on Vero so it doesn't move. That Vero moving is kind of nasty. I think we'll win, but you usually don't come into this defense with this because Vero is annoying. Oh, we got the stun there. That's good. Oh, come on. I'm guessing it has high res. Oh, more dots. Come on. Perfect. Nice. It killed. Yeah, see how he doesn't perform if he gets stunned? That's what you need. And Vero's holding up though. That's really good. We need another stun. Oh, wait. That's good damage. Let's just keep going for him. Nice. Hey, the dot's killed. Wow. I mean, our Sat has like no accuracy, so it makes sense that he's not really landing any dots and stuff. Perfect. More dots. Nice. Dot. Okay, we won. Yeah, actually it worked out a lot better than I thought. I guess the team itself just didn't have enough damage. Damn, we have to go to like 1400, right? Okay, we could also assume this team is slow. Usually it's not that quick, but Juno might move first because Juno's can be built on 270, 280. Yep, it's a little slower, which should allow us to win. So always take it into these because you don't know. Oh my goodness, we freaking missed it on Vero and we got cut. But we crit on Vanessa, perfect. 100 crit rate, man. You don't know. We found the Gandalf team again that I missed. Again, easy win if you do enough damage. And now the light Gandalf dies, right? So if it dies, then oh, he seems squishy. Yeah, if he dies, then he doesn't come back from the passive. It's kind of hard to deal with this with the squishier team because there's 2 units that reflect damage. So just safer to do this. Much safer, actually. High res on that Lydia. But we don't do a whole lot of damage, so skill 2 shouldn't do too much. Yep, as you saw right there. And everybody's just melting now, right? So yeah, the Kumar's dead. Let's see if the Lydia could die as well as soon as possible. She's gonna die next turn. And now we just go for Leo. Yeah, and if he procs, he just dies too. So very easy win. You could try here too, just because you have 2 strippers. It's just that these teams are extremely quick, so you do want to be on a higher tick usually. Wow, it looks like that Triton is not skilled up or runed up. Okay, don't proc please. Okay, he could proc right there, and then he could put invincibility on everybody, and that'll cost you the game or not. Depends on how quickly you get your skill 2 back up. But remember, your tricks is now on Despair, it's not on Vio, so you're really relying on the Muguang to strip because he's the only Vio unit here. We're ranked 29. We're getting there, guys. See, we're mainly using these 2 offenses and hitting most of the things here. His best record was what, P1? I think he's gonna have a piece of cake getting a higher record. Lower HP here, perfect, because this will do more damage on Pyeongchar. His passive is that if he has more HP, he takes less damage. Oh crap, but no one comes back to life. Another great one that we could deal with. Now this looks strong in paper. Oh, that was the rank 1 dude, we just beat him. This looks strong in paper, but if you get a death break on Gideon, it's weak. Perfect. This guy crit, right? So he's a damage dealer maybe? But I still want to go for the... Oh crap, that's scary. He actually increased his attack bar. He's on them. He has a similar build like we made. This guy, right? Again, easy with this, so let's just end it with that. Oh, it looks like some people are playing Arena right now. Perfect. More dots. Oof. Oof. You're almost dead. Let's just kill him. Perfect. Because I want to get rid of the provoke. Nice. More dots onto Alexandra. Because I think she's moving next. Never mind. Perfect. Okay, now just go on to the Kapsu. If you kill this guy last, it's easy. Okay, I think with that we are in Guardian. Guardian 3. Perfect. And we only lost like twice. And that was all for rune checking. So that was it for this improvement, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want account improvements like this, again, please join my Discord for the Google form. If you guys want account reviews, join my Patreon. For this account, I do think he should do more R5 first of all to make his runes better, and then he should get into dragons quickly. I think his Swift rune is decent. His Despair runes are not on par. It's actually very low. So he could continue with giants just to focus on improving Despair. Or he could use his Dimensional Energy in the Dreaming Fairies to get the Despair runes there. I do that a lot because I'm lacking Despair and Will runes more than my Swift runes, I believe. Actually, my Despair runes is getting on par. So more of my Swift runes. Or Will's still bad, so I just like farming Dreaming Fairies, as there are 2 sets that are good for RTA, or even 3 sometimes, because you could argue Nem is good for RTA, as Gandalf's, Chow, some healers like Rakuni, Angela, they all benefit from that, the Aya as well. So you could argue 3 sets are good in that case, so there's a better return in that investment, in your Dimensional Energy investment. And then so you could do that, or you could just go straight into Vile. dragons because they are really bad. They're really lacking compared to your Swift as well. That's my recommendation. I hope that this account owner comes back because he wanted multiple improvements. He's currently in P1. He just got into P1. Frankly, if you were a F3 player before, you're not getting out of P1. That's what I'm going to tell you. You're not getting out of P1 anytime soon. You have to be grinding here for many seasons. Make sure you're not playing only 35 games, 100 games. You will want to be playing hundreds of games so that you get a feel on each meta, because sadly, the meta that you play a lot doesn't mean that it's going to be the meta that you'll be good at later on when you do have decent rune quality. The point of playing a lot per season is to learn how you could adapt quickly in a meta. And somewhat metas will be similar, or at least you'll know the playstyle that you also like, and you'll get better at picking and banning because of it. And that's what you're trying to pick up. And that's what most people need to do before their rune quality comes up to a certain level. After this change has happened for RTA, I know you don't want to hear it, but if you are under C3, you're like a C1, C2 player, or even below that, you are not getting out of P1 anytime soon. Because now that whole spectrum, F3 to C3 players, or sorry, F3 to P1 players are all now competing to get into P2. Nothing has changed. It's just that it became one rank, essentially. Before, you had steps to go through. F3, C1, C2, C3, P1, and then you could go for P2, right? But now that there's no such thing. There's no stairs. It's just one big step that you have to take, and that step is really high. And if you were F3, you're in the bottom spectrum still. If you still meet like people that were C1 consistently, C2 consistently, C3, P1 consistently, you're gonna feel, especially I think up to P, if you're stuck in P1, I think you're gonna feel the rune efficiency difference, the rune quality difference, because that is where you see the most difference in, aside from picking and banning. Anyhow, that was it for this improvement, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.